AutoTune 2026 has arrived with the least latency in the entire lineup of AutoTune, that high quality vocal pitch sound that we're used to, with an entirely new UI that will be the face of AutoTune for years to come. So in this video, we're going to unpack everything that is the new AutoTune 2026, and let's just get right into this. Brang, dang, dang. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, The Way Man. Let's get right into it. Yay! Today, we're going to show you guys how to get your vocals from sounding like this
So got me up my seat, as I love it talking in code.
To this.
My seat, as I love it talking in code. She don't dance, she just take control. Heartbeat match the baseline. She don't speak, she FaceTime.
All by using the new and improved AutoTune 2026. So as you can see, looking at the screen, we're looking at the AutoTune 2026, and as you can see, we are getting an entirely new UI of this plugin. Now, this is a super new modern look, just more simpler UI, right? So this kind of allows for people just to hop right in, get the sound that we're looking for in the AutoTune without doing too much, so that we're actually being able to just run through our vocals, punch in, get that low latency that we're used to. But in this case, we actually have the lowest latency that we've ever heard from AutoTune. Now, this AutoTune 2026 is actually 134% more CPU efficient for Apple Silicon computers and modern CPUs. So if you're afraid of updating your computer, guys, there is nothing to worry about when it comes to this new AutoTune, because it is fully compatible with the new CPUs that have been coming out on both Apple and PCs. So that's just a huge thing right there. And with that being said, guys, let's just get right into this UI because it looks amazing. All right, so the first thing that we're going to look at, guys, is obviously we have the retune speed right here. The retune speed knob is obviously the biggest knob because it is one of the most important parameters in AutoTune. That retune speed actually allows us to control how fast the actual snap is to the actual pitch, right? So the faster or lower our retune speed, the faster our pitch correction is going to be, right? So more of that, you know, just more twitchy AutoTune, right? So getting those notes super snappy, as opposed to if we actually turn it all the way up, it gets a more relaxed, slower type of snap, which kind of results in a more natural feel. Okay, so let's just go ahead with these settings right here, just play what that kind of looks like. All right, so I'm gonna set everything else to a default so we can just strictly get that retune speed locked in, and then we can move on to the next knobs.
Motion, yeah, girl, your body got motion sickness. We ain't even touch, but it's party. One look got me thinking I'm choosing. We ride waves, no breaks, don't I? Say they love, but it feel too right. You got me dizzy off devotion. Girl, you're the...
So as you can see, the faster that retune speed was on the vocal, it allowed more of an effect on the vocal, right? So let's get to the next knobs. As you can see, guys, we have the same humanized knob right here. So this adds a little bit more of that human effect, more natural type of feel. So the higher we make this, the higher humanized it becomes. Now, the less we make it, it starts to keep that same auto-tuning effect, okay? So we kind of play with this to get that more natural feel, all right? Now, as you can see, we have the flex tune as well. The flex tune actually displays in a bar format, so you can actually see what's going on, right? So that flex tune keeps it from grabbing too much of those longer notes. So as you can see, we can slow down and slim down that range so that once it starts to get to a certain part, it stops affecting the actual auto tune. All right, so as you can see, as we move this knob, we start to affect a smaller region of that note. Now, the next thing that you see on this UI on the right panel, we have our modern algorithm, which gives you that smooth, silky, more natural auto tune that you kind of can't hear, right? It just sounds amazing. And then we have our classic effect, which is that T-Pain auto tune, which is more of that robotic type of effect on the vocal. So as you can see on the left side, we do have the auto key listen, which allows us to get the key of the beat, the vocal, anything that we're looking for, and automatically snap it into these same auto tunes by using that auto key. And then as you can see, we do have the note selector here. So if we want to add notes into our key, we're allowed to do that as the same way we're allowed to take these out as well with a simple, super simple UI. Opposed to having that full keyboard scale, we don't have that on this. It's made to be just super simple, straight to the point, and get you to that sound that you're looking for. Now, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have that detune. So if you're working in a beat that has a sample in it, right? A sample that's kind of detuned, this is going to come largely in hand because this is going to allow you to get pitch perfect on it. So a lot of times producers might detune a sample and it's not going to be hitting on the exact key. So being able to have that detune in the AutoTune, simply amazing. And as you can see, we also have the low latency mode and that high quality mode to get that final AutoTune sound. And like I said, that low latency mode, guys, is the lowest latency that AutoTune has, which is super amazing. So let's go ahead and listen to it in the low latency mode, and then as we all know, guys, when you're ready to actually bounce your tracks out, you're always going to want to put it back into that high quality mode that's going to give you that finishing touch, smooth AutoTune, pristine that we're used to, all right? So let's go ahead and listen to a low latency and switch it into high quality and just hear kind of how that sounds.
Said I wish was up. Shawty move like she built from a beat. Bounce over back at me on my seat. Eyes light like we're talking in code. She don't dare, she just take control. Heartbeat match the baseline. She don't.
Amazing, simply amazing. All right, now let's get into our two menus at the top. As you can see in the left corner, we're gonna have our vocal range. Okay, so this is where we're gonna be able to actually dial in that vocal sound or the instrument that we're using in the AutoTune. Now, as you can see, we have a auto detect mode. This is going to allow you to actually do what it says, right? Auto detect. So all you're going to have to do is play this vocal as you're doing this, and then it will auto detect. Now, as you can see in the vocals, we have the soprano, the alto tenor, and we have that baritone, right? So for this, because I'm kind of singing in a higher kind of tone, we're going to use that alto tenor. And then if you're using instruments, you do have that high mid and that bass, so it can really, really lock in that pitch when it comes to those instruments as well. Now, sliding to the right side, we have the key and scale. With this new UI, it's super easy to choose everything directly in front of you, okay? So not really going down how it used to be with the list, right? We're more in a just everything is out in front of you to make it super easy. So as you can see, we're using the key of D flat and we're in the major scale. Now, as you can see, we also have a drop down here. Now, this drop down is going to allow you to get all the other scales when it comes to your songs. If you're using instruments, we have all the scales in here locked in, right? So AutoTune went above and beyond with adding these in here, and we're able to choose these as well. And as you can see, it corresponds with this actual note chooser right here and get you locked in into that scale that you're trying to get into. Now, if you know me, you know I love a good preset, and AutoTune definitely did their thing in this. In this menu right here, we can see we have a full set of AutoTune presets. These are to get you started with the most industry standard AutoTune settings when it comes to that vocal pitch correction. So as you can see, they have a rack of presets. If we scroll down, these are all the presets that they have. There's so many for different vibes. They have an R&B smooth, reggaeton, they got pop vocals presets from the top engineers that are in the game actually right now. DJ Swivel, one of many, giving us the Afrobeat leads, just so many different types. So let's just go ahead and listen to a couple different of these presets and just kind of throw these actually on here to see what they sound like and what they give us when we actually switch them. Let's get into it.
Said I wish was up. Shawty move like she built from a beat. Bounce over back at me on my seat. Eyes light like we're talking in code. She don't dare, she just take control. Heartbeat match the baseline. She don't speak, she FaceTime. I ain't even here, yeah, she acting mine. Is that vibe? Yeah, that time. You got me swerving off emotion. Yeah, girl, your body got motion sickness. We ain't even touched, but it's party. One look got me thinking I'm choosing. The right no breaks tonight. Say they love, but it feel too right. Got me dizzy off devotion. Girl, you're the cause of my motion sickness.
I actually like the sound of these different AutoTune settings. So as you can see, we got some more natural tones, and then we actually got a few more tighter pitch corrected tones and AutoTune settings in these presets. And as you can see, guys, like I said, there is a lot of different presets in here for you guys to easily switch through to get the perfect AutoTune settings that you're looking for. Now, with all that being said, guys, the new AutoTune 2026 overall just looks amazing, super low latency, and just took out everything that we don't need necessarily when it comes to just getting our vocals going, sounding great, tracking our vocals, and this is definitely looking like the AutoTune that we're going to be seeing from this day starting forward, going on into the future as a super staple in the AutoTune game. I know as for me, this is going to be my AutoTune going forward because number one, it looks amazing. Number two, it has that low latency that we definitely need when we're tracking vocals, because we know when it comes to the CPU power that our DAWs take up, the plugins take up, that AutoTune having it as you know, slim and efficient as this AutoTune is, this is definitely going to be a staple in my AutoTune game, period, right? So, you know, be on the lookout for my tutorials at least. This is going to be on there because it just gets that job done and it allows us to have that same full control over the vocal that we're going for. So I'm just going to go ahead and tune this vocal right quick with this AutoTune to show you guys how simple it is and how I'm going to be using this going forward. Let's get into it.
Put up clean like you never been touched. No sand, no web, no flash, no rush. She hit my phone with the you up. Said always what's up. Shawty move like she built from a beat. Bounce so bag got me on my seat. I lie like we're talking in code. She don't dare, she just take control. Heartbeat match the baseline. She don't speak, she FaceTime. I ain't even, yeah, she acting mine. Is that vibe? Yeah, that time. You got me swerving off emotion. Yeah, girl, your body got motion sickness. We ain't even touched, but it's party. One look got me thinking I'm choosing. We ride waves, no breaks, all night. Say they love, but it feel too right. You got me dizzy off devotion. Girl, you're the cause of my motion sickness.
That sounds about right. You already know what time it is, man. It's AutoTune 2026, the new era of AutoTune. And we'll see you guys in the next video. You already know what time it is, man. Yeah!